Welcome back to Honey's Adventures in Syberia. Alright, let's ring for James. Don't think there's anything else we can go, and I don't think he's gonna come out. Since he said he didn't want to come out. But he gets there at a specific time, so we'll have to just see where he's at now. I don't have anything that would make it a bell. But we're free to roam the hotel now since we are officially a friend and guest of Helena. That was good. Yeah, take that thing off. Yeah, he's still here. I didn't think he'd come to that ring.
James? James, where are you? I've rung for you several times. Madame Romansky wants you to bring her back inside.
Several times, you say? Are you sure? I didn't hear anything.
That's right, several times. Quick, go and get her.
This really is most tiresome, miss. If the bell really hasn't rung, then I'm going out for nothing. It's the salt wind. Too much, and it'll play havoc with my insides. If you don't mind, I'm going to wait for the bell to ring again.
Madame Romansky isn't going to like it.
Don't worry. You get used to it.
So he needs to hear the other bell, the closer bell, or he doesn't, or it didn't happen. So we are probably going to have to just go play musical chairs with those bells, but I want to make sure that I explored every direction, because I actually think there's another place. See, we went right here, and this is where I first thought, oh, we've come full circle, but that was a new place, which means this will not be the hotel lobby. Aha! Gotta explore everywhere. Looks like we can take a glass. So we've got a bottle of vodka and a glass. And a bar. I think we'll be making a drink. Crystal dish. Okay. We fully explored over here. I'm pretty comfortable with that. So let's go ahead and go outside and see if we can't get that bell.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Right. The bell is missing. Ta-da! We took the bell. I thought I moused over the bell before, but I may have just done the chain. Did you hear it that time?
James, what are you waiting for? Don't tell me you didn't hear the bell this time.
The bell did indeed ring, but it is very windy outside, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit gusty. But what's that got to do with it?
Madam doesn't understand. She says an automaton doesn't need protection, but my insides don't like the salty wind. I'm afraid to go out, you know.
And if you wore my mask to protect you against the salt, would that help?
Oh, most certainly.
Katie Pooh. So, have you met her yet? This Helena person. What's she like? Does she remember Frank?
Hi, Mom. Yeah, sure. I met her, and yeah, she's living in Arrowbad. You can thank Frank for me again.
I'll remember to, honey. So, what's Arrowbad like? Maybe Frank can take me there one day.
It's this seaside resort, Ma, but it isn't what it used to be. You'd be real disappointed.
Maybe you're right. So, when are you coming home? Is that mission all over then?
Not really, Ma. I still haven't found the heir I'm looking for to wrap up the case. Helena Romansky's a kind of detour here.
Listen, Munchkin. I get the distinct impression that you're being led up the garden path. Why don't you just come home, tell your boss this heir just doesn't exist, that you've done all you can, et voila. Do you want me to call him for you?
Ma, please, don't get involved. Looking for Hans Varlberg is what I'm being paid for. But I also just want to find him for myself.
Honestly, you're just as stubborn as your father. Don't complain that your mother didn't warn you.
Don't worry, I won't.
We can't lie. Come on, Ma. You don't tell your kid to lie. Hello, Helena. Alright, so Oscar decided to put the mask on to go out there, but what about the rest of his real works? Let's talk to Helena.
It's a real honor to meet you, Madame Romansky. People have told me so much about you.
People still talk about me. Oh dear.
Of course. Everyone tells me how wonderful you were. How you were one of the greatest singers of the century.
Ah, so I was, my dear. But surely you didn't come here just to dig up the past.
Yeah, I don't think you want to tell a diva you were the best.
Like I said, I'm a lawyer, and to tell you the truth, I don't know much about classical music. But after talking to Mr. Borodin and Mr. Malkovich, they really made me want to hear you.
Oh, you are too late, my child. 10 years too late. And how is dear Frank? Do tell me. Oh, I am still angry with him for leaving like that to America. Don't be offended, but I never suspected those cowboys actually have an ear for real music.
I don't think he sings much anymore. The odd gala, the odd charity event. Anyway, he sends his love.
Oh, his love. Do you hear that, James? There is someone who still loves me on the other side of the Atlantic.
Never said they didn't, madam.
What about this other gentleman? What is his name? Borodin? Do I know him?
Yes, you once sang in Komkalsgrad. An incredible recital, if the director's account is anything to go by. If you only knew how moved he still is. He's another one who still adores you.
I must confess that seeing one of my greatest admirers once more would do wonders for me, but... my voice. It is so... I couldn't.
So she's actually interested in seeing an admirer, a fan. Little does she know he's a creepy stalker fan. But she can't sing anymore. 10 years.
I'm wrapped up in a case at the moment, and because of it I met a certain Mr. Sergei Borodin. director of the Komkalsgrad Industrial Complex, situated to the northeast of here.
Ah, I remember that factory. Oh, a sad city indeed. What am I saying? They all were.
Madame Romansky, this Borodin is one of your biggest fans. If you could come and sing for him there, it would make one of his biggest dreams come true.
Sing? Oh, my poor girl. I have not sung for years. Time has taken its toll. My voice is like the rest of me. Faded and wan, like my heart.
Oh, aren't you going a bit far there? I bet you've still got a great voice.
Oh, you are the sweetest cherry, my dear. I am not senile yet, but I look reality in the face every time I look in the mirror, and I can tell you, singing is something I did in the past.
Aww.
Madame Romansky, please understand I would never have come so far to disturb you if I didn't really need your help.
I understand, my dear, but my health is failing me, as does my voice. Believe me, no one is sadder than I.
I'm going to hold off on Hounds till last, since the butler said she doesn't like to talk about him.
Look, please, you absolutely have to come with me to Komkalsgrad. It's the only way I'm going to get my train back and be able to carry on my journey.
Your train?
That's right. I've been traveling on this amazing locomotive with this automaton engineer. He isn't a million light years away from your James.
Do you hear that, James? And automaton? You have a twin brother? How delightful. And I thought I was the only person alive able to put up with such a peculiar butler.
Permit me to express my surprise, madam. Surely the fact that I remain in your service guarantees my uniqueness.
Oscar isn't my butler, though. He has a great independence of thought. Sometimes he does whatever suits him.
Just like you, James. Isn't that funny?
Madam will not be surprised to hear that she is strongly advised not to undertake a journey that, unless I am very much mistaken, will tire her needlessly.
James, only one of us will make that decision, and that person is me. I'm very curious to meet your automaton, my dear. Where is it?
He had to stay with the train in Komkalsgrad. The director used his hands for the final touches on his pianist. It's the same pianist that will accompany you when you sing.
How quaint. Another automaton. And this one can even play along with me? Play for me? Ah, why does my voice abandon me so now?
Ooh, she's very interested.
You must have had a fantastic life. So exhilarating.
Ah, much more than you could ever imagine. I used to sing the finest melodies of the moment in the most fantastic theaters around the world. I have been hailed by kings and courted by princes. Grown men would sink to their knees when they heard the first notes of my recital. My voice could break crystal glass and hearts, many hearts.
I'm not surprised.
Then one day sickness steals away the gift life has given you. My voice started to betray me. I started to get migraines. My health failed. They sent me here to let the spa town weave its healing spell. I was only going to rest for a month, but then the month became a year and the years get longer.
But you look so healthy to me.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
So she can break crystal glass with her voice. So we have got a crystal glass.
I'll let you get a bit of rest. Thank you for listening to me.
It was a real pleasure, my child. You are a charming young lady, and simply talking to you has warmed my soul.
Oh, that was really neat. So we should have tea time here soon. I'm not sure.
Going to take a quick break. Hope you watch the next part because the adventure will continue. See ya!